Hey guys, Charles from the Thought Knot Seers here with another modern video. It's round 4 of this modern league. We're playing Madcap Scapeshift. And we're on the draw. And this hand's kind of interesting. We have Sakura Tribe, Bring to Light, Snapcaster Mage. So we have a route to victory. You know what, I'm going to try this. It's not the best hand in the world, but we do have turn 4 Bring to Light for something to slow our opponent down if we have to, like Damnation or Anger of the Gods or something. Given that we have access to all 4 colors of mana here, and okay, looks like we're playing against Jund, most likely Jund. So I think what I'm going to do is so I want to leave up Lightning Bolt. And so do I want to play Stomping Ground untapped or a Misty Rainforest? That's the question. So basically I want to be able to kill a Tarmogoyf. So if he just slams a Goyf here, it'll be an 0-1, Misty Rainforest will make it a 1-2, and Lightning Bolt will make it a 2-3, so it will still kill the Tarmogoyf. And playing this way represents Spell Snare as well. And, Lightning Bolt can take care of Grimflayer or Dark Confidant here either way. Yeah, hopefully it's something we can kill with this Lightning Bolt, because I'd like to just be able to tap out for this Sakura Tribe Elder next turn. Okay. So yeah, that works. You always have to be very careful when you're bolting a Tarmogoyf to make sure that there aren't enough card types that it won't die. Okay, Madcap's kind of interesting. It's not the greatest against Jund, because, well, their deck full of removal. They have Terminate, they have Kolagon's Command, lots of stuff that can potentially take care of it, so I'm not too sanguine about a Madcap Experiment being the be-all end-all against Jund. So what are good draws here? Good draws here would be stuff like Remand. Remand's always good. Cryptic Command, probably. Maybe I made a mistake fetching with that Misty Rainforest. Maybe I should have just played the Breeding Pool instead. Collective, Brutality, Drain, and Reveal. Okay. We're kind of insulated, sort of, against Collective Brutality, because we do have the Snapcaster Mage. Obviously, it's going to be a little difficult to get up to that mana. I mean, not that difficult, I guess. Here, do I crack the Sakura Tribe Elder? Actually, okay, so what it punishes us if we draw exactly Cryptic Command. Yeah, I think it's better just to have a Sakura Tribe Elder here on attacking duty. We're probably not gonna have to Snapcaster Bolt something. Yeah, I want some more information, and drawing this Maelstrom Pulse gives me the information that I do want to search up a swamp eventually. Yeah, fetching the Forest with Misty there was maybe a mistake. Our opponent didn't have that much pressure on us at the time. Looks like he's probably a little stuck on mana as well. It's likely he has Terminate, given that he did not take a Madcap Experiment, and here... Yeah, I'm still fine with him just thoughts using us. Don't want to just run out the snap for no value. He probably has to take Snapcaster Mage here. Yeah, because otherwise Bring to Light will get him eventually. Scavenging Ooze is fine. Okay, let's sacrifice Steve to get a swamp. Oh, Scapeshift, never change. Oof. That's not good. If we draw an island next turn, and he goes and plays his card, it's not going to actually do anything. Madcap's actually not going to do anything here because he has Liliana to force us to sacrifice. Ah, man. Not great here. So what is our line? So our lines either revolve around resolving the Cryptic or resolving the Search for Tomorrow. Resolving the Search for Tomorrow means we give up on resolving Cryptic and just hope to top deck Scapeshift to kill our opponent. He's at 16, so he's not going to have... So he's definitely under the life limit there. So what do we need to draw if we go for Search for Tomorrow? So we Search for Tomorrow, I'll probably get an island. That is a 6 lands. So he ticks up Liliana, forces us to discard Cryptic Command. And then next turn, what's our good draw? Probably another Cryptic Command to bounce the Liliana. Actually, Kodama's Reach would be a pretty good draw next turn. So our other line is discard the Search for Tomorrow to Liliana and hope to pick up an island or another blue source for Cryptic Command. So how many islands do we have? We have 3 islands plus another breeding pool, so 4. 4 plus 3 steam vents, 7. Plus 2 more fetches, 7 plus 2, 9. 9 blue sources that way. And we'd have to hit one exactly next turn. So the plan kind of is he plays a card plus his Liliana. The next turn does the same thing, and then we can bounce the Liliana in response to her trigger and force him to discard the Liliana. Like, build your own recoil. So we need to draw one in, what, like 2 turns? So the chances of missing are 80%. So 80% times 80% is 64% over 2 turns of missing. Whereas, what are our chances of Search for Tomorrow? So for Search for Tomorrow, we just need to draw a land next turn and then a Scapeshift. So, and we have one. So we have a virtual 6 copies of Scapeshift left in the deck. So I think going for the Search for Tomorrow plan is a little better. Who knows? Maybe he has really good cards in hand, doesn't want to discard any of them. Probably not, but yeah, see? Well, that's not so bad. We can kill Scavenging Ooze. I'm a little bit concerned about that Liliana, though. Drawing Cryptic Command would be very good. We are just dead to the ultimate, right? Yeah, he just forces us to sack a bunch of lands. But then again, that's not the worst thing. I guess he could go greedy and try to, try to plus and then minus. Yeah, so for him, he probably just wants to limit our blue sources as much as possible. And our opponent has disconnected. I guess internet issues, maybe? I don't know, we're still kind of in this. We can, like, top deck Kadama's Reach, and then Bring to Light, or Cryptic Command, or a bunch of our Haymakers. Losing a bunch of mountains is a little bit of a setback, but what can you do? So it's worth noting that our Cryptic Command line would not have worked out either. I mean, like, given we did shuffle with the Search for Tomorrow, but all else held equal, we were in a little bit of a tight spot there, anyways. Maybe the correct play was to bolt the Liliana. I didn't even consider that. That's actually something I should have considered, but he has 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 1, 2, 3, and 4 creatures he could eat. And only 1 green mana? Yeah, I should have actually just hit the Liliana. Yeah, that was silly. Okay. Now we have Cryptic Mana again. Okay, does Bring to Light do anything here? We can Bring to Light, go get a Sakura Tribelder to chump this guy. Bringing to Light for a Kadama's Reach seems suboptimal considering we are dead to that guy. Okay, let me see exactly what I can get here. We cannot... Yeah, the sweepers don't really work. Madcap's in our graveyard. So is Maelstrom Pulse. So yeah, I guess it's just Sakura Tribelder get a mountain. Never thought I'd see the day where I'd be, I guess, not happy to bring to light for Sakura Tribelder, but whatever works. Grab a mountain here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can't. There's a Liana. Alright. Ooh, Cryptic Command. So what is my line? Probably don't want to die to that Raging Ravine, so do we bounce now or do we bounce later? I think we bounce now because we want to be able to cast a ramp spell if we hit it. The downside is, well, we draw Scapeshift, but if we wait, then he's going to make us discard that anyways. And I think we just try to ignore the Liliana here because I mean, we basically can't do anything about it. And so... oh man, punished. Oh man. Alright, we are bolted. And, see, if those cards had just been in the opposite order, we could have Farseeked, and then, we would have shuffled away the Scapeshift, but, oh man! Yeah, we had enough mountains left in order to kill as well. That's really funny. Okay. So against Jund, we want Obstinate Baloth, we want Negate, you want probably Engineered Explosives. You know, just stuff to clear away a bunch of permanents. Negate's good against, it's not good against early discard, but later in the game we can protect or discard. It can hit Liliana, which is always relevant. Obstinate Baloth is one of the best cards in this matchup. What we don't want is Anger of the Gods. We take out the Madcap package, because that's not going to be that great. And he's still going to keep in a few Terminates, probably his Kolagon's commands, because he just isn't going to have a ton to take out. And we can trim on Lightning Bolt. I do like having some number to kill Bob, early Grim Flayers and such, but 3 damage isn't a ton. Damnation is fine here as a bring to light target. If he has an aggressive start with a couple of Tarmogoyfs, then I want to be able to deal with that. Glenelendra is kind of interesting too, because she's a very resilient threat. Dodges Abrupt Decay, can pressure Liliana. So I'm pretty happy with a Glenelendra here. And what do we take out? That's an interesting question. I guess I'll just trim on Farseek and another Lightning Bolt. Try it like that. Yeah, definitely want to be on the play. And this hand seems fine. Not phenomenal, it's fine. Having Remand is always good in these early turns. Yeah, let's play Misty with the intention of getting Watery Grave, because we do want to be able to cast the Damnation and the Bring to Light. Yeah, Inquisition is fine here. He takes out Remand, but he'd be Inquisition, but remanding it really doesn't do anything. He probably takes Cryptic here. And yeah, same plan, getting a Water Grave. So maybe Remand would have been fine, but he would still get to resolve it. Thoughtseize there anyways. Takes Cryptic. Draw Cryptic, which is good. A little bit unfortunate that we can't get that swamp with Misty Rainforest. That's Liliana. Yeah, I guess we discard Damnation here. We do need the rest of these cards to be able to win. Discards Bob, which is interesting. Hopefully he taps out for spell here. Yeah, I guess we just pitch Scapeshift. Okay, this feels good, being able to Cryptic counter bounce. Actually, do we want to counter draw? No, because that's too close to ultimate for my tastes. And if we draw a land next turn, we can bring to light for Well, that's probably worst possible, because Liliana's going to come down and force us to pitch. So I guess we'll just discard Search for Tomorrow to Liliana, and then hope to bring to light a Maelstrom Pulse. Draws this game have been a teensy bit awkward, and Fulminator is not making this easy for us. Seems wise. Okay, Kodama's Reach, not bad. Okay, so now what do we want? We definitely want to be able to maximize our chances of bringing to light, so I think we get Island Swamp and play both and pitch the Search for Tomorrow. Because then he can Liliana, and we pitch the Search for Tomorrow, and then we bring to light for Maelstrom Pulse. Cryptic is not bad, actually. Do you think that we want to just take care of this Liliana as quickly as possible, though? Actually, yeah, let's just make sure that we're tapping correctly. Yeah. Bring to light. Pulse Liliana. Okay, that's a Tarmogoyf. Remand a little late. But things are looking a little bit better than they were a couple turns ago. Geez, our opponent discarded a Fulminator Mage? So if our opponent fires up Raging Ravine and attacks. Okay, so it seems like they have some kind of spell here. And what I'm probably going to do is go Cryptic, bounce the Tarmogoyf, whatever they cast. Now this is interesting. Do we want to counter draw? Because he can just recast this Tarmogoyf here, and it doesn't make a difference to the clock, so... I guess, yeah, because he can just recast it this turn. EE is not bad, not bad. Can we do all of this in the same turn? EE, Farseek, and Remand? See, how lethal is this Tarmogoyf? If he fires up both of these guys, that's 9 damage, and we'd be dead to Lightning Bolt off the top. Yeah. Seems like a good thing to EE. So we're taking 4 off this Raging Ravine. Unless he has like a, I don't know, some big spell, Kalitas or something that we can remand. He doesn't have a ton of black sources either, so we can remand a Liliana. So we take 5, go down to 6. This game can go down to the wire, I tell you. Okay. Fires up the Ravine. And now we can just F6. So we're not out of the woods yet. Well... Okay, I'm just going to pause the recording here and bring it back up once I'm able to Okay. So what did our opponent do last turn? He just attacked, and did he play a land? Doesn't look like he played a land. Alright. So it seems pretty clear that we're Sakura Tribe Eldering here to block and sack. Probably get another forest so we can Farseek for the win if we for next turn. And leave up Remand just in case. So how many Scapeshifts do we have left? We have 1, 2 in the graveyard, so we have a virtual 7 left. Scavenging Ooze. I think that's worth remanding. He has no other black sources to cast a Liliana with. Alright, our opponent has a Scooze. And yeah, I think we don't sack because we want to be able to win next turn if our opponent. It's like because if we don't draw exactly Scapeshift this turn, then we just lose to Ravine plus Scooze. So let's do a little searching. Get a forest. Pass the turn. Leave up negate. So if he has like a terminate, if he has, well, I guess terminate wouldn't do it because he'd have to, because then he couldn't attack with the Raging Ravine. But then he'd have 3. Yeah, he'd only have another. He'd only be able to bring that up to 6 power. Alright. Well, now we do have to block because he has another green source. And here, just fetch out an island, I guess. That's not something we can negate. Yeah, usually don't see Huntmaster so much these days. Used to be quite popular, but not as much, and we did not draw what we needed there. Yeah, it just looks like we're dead on board. He beats 2 guys and then attacks with everything. Yeah, we're super dead. We're taking 2 off this, becomes a 4/4, and yep. Well, it's a little disappointing. I feel like this matchup's quite favorable, but our draw was a little bit clunky this game, and we were definitely in it for the majority of it if we had drawn a little bit better. But that's what happens with a deck like this. Yeah, see Snapcaster Mage there. Would that have done it? Yeah, I would have this turn because we're at 7, and we can 7 lands. We can play another one. Oh wait, no, we can't play that one. But what we can do is during his turn, Snapcaster Mage, Cryptic Command, top all his creatures, return Snapcaster Mage with the Cryptic Command. He would deal us. Actually, I don't know if that works either, because yeah, if we had drawn Snapcaster, then he could, and done that line, he could actually just fire up Raging Ravine. So yeah, we can't even Snapcaster Bring to Light for. We couldn't like if we had drawn Snapcaster instead of Stomping Ground that turn, we couldn't have done anything. So okay, that's a little bit disappointing, but the deck can lose to itself, especially a version like this, because instead of having more stuff like Is It Charms or worldly councils to dig. You're running stuff like Farseeks, and we just didn't find the time to resolve a Farseek there. Okay, so see you guys next round.